Hello, Steel City Surge fans. Kippy here, coach of your Steel City Surge, back for IBL Week 2. But before we get into that battle, I do want to just note that we have actually made some changes to our roster. So, going into last week, I was a little uneasy about how the team was going to perform and was not too excited with my prep. So, I ended up making a couple of transactions that I think better the team. Looking at the roster that we had a very solid rain-based team foundation with Palafin, Tornadus, and Quillfish Isui, and I wanted to kind of build off of that. So we ended up dropping Hydrapple, Rotom Heat, Goodra, Registeel, and Hariyama. And in place of them, we ended up picking up Arcaludon, which was still available for some reason, Pelipper for Rain, Beartic with Terra, Arboliva with Terra, and then Barraskewda. This was an even point-for-point transaction kind of thing. Didn't need to worry too much about points and changing those points and all that. But I think this team is a much better roster for us going forward. Relying a little bit on Rain, have a couple of weaknesses here and there, but nothing too bad. Arboliva with Terra is really solid. It's a very good defensive backbone kind of thing. Hatterene is pretty nice as a defensive backbone with Magic Bounce, but it can be whittled down a little bit. Arboliva with Terra allows us to find a way to be more defensive on that end of things. And Beartic with Swift Swim can be a very nice sweeping potential in certain scenarios. And then Barraskewda is just a really fast Swift Swimmer that can beat the crap out of stuff. If Palafin doesn't look good in a matchup, we can bring Barraskewda in place of it, or Beartic. And I like both of those options. Arcaludon is just a Rain staple at this point, so no real question on why I picked that up. It gives me another Stealth Rock user, which is nice. It gives me some phasing options with Dragon Tail, and Stamina is a really good ability for it. We can slap an Assault Vest on it basically any week, or use Shukaberry or Choppleberry or anything like that to live some hits. But yeah, that is the changes to our roster that we've made. Thank you guys for watching this little introduction. We're going to go ahead and get into the battle in a couple minutes. I'll see you in a bit. Hello, Steel City Surge fans. Skippy here, coach of the Steel City Surge, back again for week number 2. And really interesting, my opponent doesn't bring the Corviknight that they have. Instead, we see Arcanine, which is a Terra Captain. I do see the Lantern. I do see Sarina as well. Okay. We do see Terra Dragon, Arcanine, and Terra Water Necrozma. I was expecting Terra Water Necrozma. Terra Dragon Arcanine is interesting to say the least. But I like leading off with Palafin and get that 0 to hero form out and then just pivoting from there. Lantern is a very common mon for this matchup. I'm expecting it to be Water Absorb. So we're going to need to adjust from there. I need to get my notes up real quick. Oh no, I can't get my notes up. It's fine. I'll just watch this back for stats if I need to. Let's lock in. Good luck, have fun to Brendan. This is a very difficult matchup for me, I think. We're going to have to do some big things. I need to adjust my ruler. We see the Iron Valiant lead. Okay. Let me go ahead and just get this guy in here real quick. Okay, so we see an Iron Valiant lead. That is kind of scary. I like just swapping Hard into Hat here. Hat should be able to take basically any damage. We are Assault Vest for a reason. It is Moonblast. This should do maybe 26. Ooh, wow. That's Life Orb. Okay. So Life Orb. Life Orb with Moonblast. Okay. So Life Orb Moonblast did down to 196. That did 38%. Okay. Are you modest? You are modest. I think. You could be timid. You could be timid. You could very well be timid. I like just going for a Draining Kiss here. Does hard swap. No matter what swaps in here, I think I get a good amount of Chroma Stone. Is that the Necrozma? That is the Necrozma. Okay, we get to see how much damage we do to the Necrozma. That's a decent chunk. That is a solid chunk. We did, what, like 25% with Draining Kiss? So that does have some special bulk to it. We are currently at 264. I kind of really like going for a Nuzzle here. If he Terras and its weakness policy, that could be an issue. I do have Archaludon, though, that can Dragon Tail it out if need be. And I also have Mystical Power, too. We do see a hard swap out of the Necrozma. Inner Zelda. That's the Roaring Moon. We're going to Nuzzle the Roaring Moon. That is crazy good. Okay. Roaring Moon is now paralyzed. That is really good. Oh, it's Lumberry. Okay. Lumberry, Roaring Moon. Okay. That's fine. I think that's okay. I don't like a knockoff here. I really don't. I mean, we're at 264, though. There's 2 rolls that can KO us. That's booster energy, though. If it's max attack, it doesn't KO us. I feel very okay with just going for a Draining Kiss again here. Sub. Okay, cool. Sub Roaring Moon. Yeah, you're not getting that sub up. I'm not letting you get that sub up. You're not getting that up for free. Ironhead doesn't even KO us. I'm just gonna go for another Drain Kiss here. Do swap, okay. Substitute Lumberry Roaring Moon is interesting. Arcanine, okay. What is the Arcanine? Is it? It is Intimidate. Okay. Is it Rocky Helmet by chance? It is not Rocky Helmet. We do a decent little chunk to it, actually. We did, like, maybe a little, like, 10-15% or so. It could be a bulky version. I like keeping Aphrodite a little healthy here. Then again, I also do like going for a Nuzzle. I do kind of like going for Nuzzle here. I also kind of just like going straight into Pelipper. I don't think you get pivoting, do you? No. I'm gonna go into Pelipper. If you Wild Charge or something, that's crazy. It does stay in. What does it go for? Get that Drizzle activated. If you go in, you go for Flare Blitz. Okay. This might... 233. That is crazy low, actually. Okay. So, down to 233. You did 13% in the rain. That's a low roll, or you're not very heavily invested in offense. I do not outspeed you ever, so I'm very keen to just go for a U-turn here. You go for Sunny Day, that's fine. I get a nice swap, actually. Get a little bit of a nice swap here. Sunny Day. Flare Blitz, Sunny Day. Does Treads KO the Arcanine? Treads can KO the Arcanine. And we don't see a floating Mon either, so Earthquake is very free. We do outspeed a max speed. Yeah, we do outspeed a max speed Arcanine as well. I'm very keen to go for an Earthquake here. We do see a swap. What do we see the swap into? Probably the Serena, right? Yeah, the Serena. Does a little bit. It does a little bit. Now, Serena should never outspeed us either. Unless it's like Choice Scarf. But even then, it doesn't do that much to us. I'm very keen to go for a Volt Switch here and go into Pelipper again. Pivot into Pelipper. We're doing solid right now. Could this be an issue? Could Serena be an issue here? I don't think so. It could U-turn it could U-turn itself, but getting Pelipper in and getting that rain up is massive for us. We see Rapid Spin. Okay, that's fine. Rapid Spin. Okay. So we're in on Pelipper right now. +1 speed. Power Whip does do 54 to 64. We're at 194 defense or HP right now. Yeah, so we live a Power Whip unless it's a crit. I like going for a Hurricane a little bit. I also kind of like going for a U-turn and getting Palafin in. I'm gonna go for the Hurricane. Let's go for U-turn. Okay, that's fine. So we're gonna get a Hurricane off onto something, which is nice. I expect him to go into the Arcanine. P. Sherman. That's the Lantern, isn't it? Yeah, it is the Lantern. Okay. That's a little bit. That's a crit too. Jeez. That might tell me something. Lantern. Hurricane should do 10%. If it's a crit, it does 15 to 18. That looks like specially defensive Lantern, actually. Now, the question is, do you go for... Are you speed? I don't think you're speed invested. With that damage, I don't think you're speed invested. I kind of just want to go for the U-turn. The Volt Switch does KO me, though, so I kind of just want a hard swap. How much are you doing to Treads? Treads takes 1. And I can knock off. I'm gonna go into Treads. I gotta respect the Lantern a little bit with that electric typing. Thunder Wave. Okay, cool. Cool. I'm gonna knock off. I don't think you stay in with Lantern. Lantern goes down to an Earthquake so easily. This is a very good battle. Thunder Wave on the Lantern. I gotta remember that. You do stay in, which is interesting. Shookaberry. Okay, good to know. Scald. Okay. Okay, we did not like that. That did a lot of damage, actually. That is very offensive. What the heck? That is very offensive. I'm gonna go for another EQ. We did chip down that Lantern, though, which is really good. Makoto, that is the Serena again. I'm gonna Volt Switch. I'm gonna knock off, actually. I don't think Serena takes 34 to 40 with a knockoff. What can I go into? I think I can go into Arcalodon, maybe. I mean, it could knock off, but I don't see that happening. I think he's gonna go for a Rapid Spin, maybe. Deciding his plays very quickly. I mean, currently, Treads is at, what, 127? 37%. We do go down to a Power Whip. I'm gonna Volt Switch. We do see it stay in. I don't think you knock off. I think you go for Power Whip. Or a Rapid Spin. Do I go into Torn or Archaludon, though? This could be a knockoff. I think I go into the Archaludon. I'm gonna go into Archaludon. If I see the knockoff, that's a little annoying. Because our Shuka Berry gets knocked off. I do see a Rapid Spin. Okay, so we get a free defense boost. That's massive. That is actually massive. We get a free defense boost. That is massive. I think I can go for an Electro Shot here. Electro Shot is kind of nice. I also just like going straight up for a T-Wave. I mean, I'm at +1 defense, though. I'm gonna Dragon Tail. I don't think you stay in. I don't even think you U-turn. I think you just hard swap into Lantern, right? High jump kick. Oh, okay. All right. Well, you're gone. I should have done something else, maybe. Get rid of you. Bye. High jump kick. I didn't realize that thing got high jump kick. I wasn't looking at that. We see the Lantern come in, though. We outspeed the Lantern, too. Body Press does 36 to 43. We are at +2, actually, so Body Press might just straight up KO. Body Press looks like it's going to KO. I'm going to go for Body Press. We're going to pick up the KO on the Lantern. That is massive. That was a crit, too. That was an unnecessary crit. The Lantern goes down, though. Archaludon knocked out the Lantern. Palafin is looking solid right now. Serena is... Oh, Serena's over. You see Noah come out. We're at 216. This is Life Orb, Iron Valiant. Life Orb, Timid, Moonblast. We are currently at 216. 58%. It's a 50-50. It's a 50-50 right now. We're not in the rain either. I think I just go back into Hat, right? I just go back into Hat. Getting rid of that Lantern was massive. I don't have to worry about Water Absorb or even Volt Absorb. Or a Sphere, the 0. Or a Sphere. I like going for that Draining Kiss again. I also just like going for a Nuzzle. Because I don't think this... If this is Special, Iron Valiant, or even Mixed, I don't think you stay in. Because I don't even think Poison Jab would KO me. Because you swapped last time. Shadow Ball doesn't even KO me either. It's doing not enough. I'm gonna Nuzzle. Nuzzle looks very free here. Nuzzle looks extremely free right now. Arcanine getting nuzzled is really nice, actually. Arcanine is now paralyzed. That's really nice. So... Arcanine... It is paralyzed. 113 speed, so it's actually really slow. I'm gonna go back into Pelipper here. If you had Wild Charge, I think you would have used it. Oh, I'm sorry, man. That's rough. That is extremely rough. Also, I think Pelipper outspeeds now, right? Pelipper should outspeed. Yeah, Pelipper outspeeds. So I can go for a very free Hurricane right now. I can go for a very free Hurricane. I'm gonna go for a very free Hurricane. We do see the swap. Nothing's gonna really like taking this Hurricane. Makoto. It's gonna be the Serena. He's gonna let the Serena go down. That's fine. That's really good, actually. Palafin's looking really strong late game right now. Palafin is looking really strong in the late game. Chroma Stone. It's the Necrozma. I like just going back into... I like going into Hatterene. I really like going into Hatterene, because it didn't like staying in on me last time. Do you see Calm Mind? Okay. It is a setup Necrozma. I like going for Mystical Fire here, because he's just gonna Calm Mind. I'm not gonna let him get any special attack boosts for free. I'm actually gonna nuzzle him here. Moonlight, that's fine. Moonlight, Calm Mind, Stored Power, maybe? Make you slow. And now I'm gonna swap into Archaludon. I do see the Earth Power on this switch. Okay. How much are you doing? Oh, that's a lot. That is a lot, actually. We do see the Earth Power. Currently, though, Archaludon does outspeed. I think I need to go for the Dragon Tail here and hope for paralysis. I'm gonna go for the Dragon Tail. If I don't get it... Oh, we got the paralysis! Oh my gosh! We just saved the setup. We saved the setup demon. We're saved from the setup demon. Oh my gosh. We see the Arcanine come out too. We just got saved hard. Oh. Alright, so do I need Archaludon for something right now? I do kind of like Archaludon as a swap. I mean, to be fair though, Arcanine does not exactly like an Electroshock currently, and it is paralyzed. So I think we even, yeah, 52, it's Jolly, we outspeed it. So I'm gonna go for an Electroshock here. Does stay in. We're just gonna get damage. Archaludon has done its job. Citrus, okay. That's okay. Let's go for the Flare Blitz. We live! Oh! The rain has stopped. We are at +2 defense right now, right? +2 defense. I think I can go for a body press and knock it out. Because I don't think 4 to 5%. It's very low. I wanted to give this to you too. We're not really doing that much, so I'm gonna go for the body press. And we get another paralysis. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, Brendan. That is unbelievably unlucky. I am so unbelievably sorry about that. That is awful. That is straight awful. Bro, I'm so sorry about that, man. Noah, that's the Iron Valiant. Honestly, if I can somehow get a Thunder Wave off on this, I'll give you my Archaludon. You see a T-Bolt, okay. Thunderbolt. It has used 3 moves currently, so it is at 30% less HP. So it is at 70%. Palafin-Hero Jet Punch does 71 minimum. I'm gonna go into Hatterene though. And just Draining Kiss because it doesn't, like, this is the perfect counter for the Iron Valiant. We can just keep chipping it down. Necrozma comes back in, this is fine. I don't think I've seen its item yet. I'm gonna go into Treads. I don't think you attack yet. I don't think you attack yet. I'm gonna knock you off. Paralysis, okay. I could just Volt Switch here too, actually. I mean, how much does an Earthquake do from Treads? Into Necrozma. Base, it does 43%. I like just going for 2 Earthquakes here. And if you Terra Water, that's fine. We do the same amount of damage. Iron Shreds is not really helpful here, so I'm going to go for the EQ. Does stay in. Does not Terra. It does live. Does go for Moonlight. Okay. I mean, that's 2 Moonlights that he's used. And we just go for another Earthquake. We just keep it low. We just keep this thing low. It's not going to be able to really do that much. Okay, this might be the Roaring Moon here. Yeah, this is the Roaring Moon. Okay. That does a lot of damage. Okay. Roaring Moon. We know it's Lumberry. We know we don't outspeed it. Another EQ might be the best play, though. Another EQ is definitely the play. I'm going to give you the Treads. I'm going to give you Treads. This is fine. This is very fine. We outspeed the Roaring Moon! What? What kind of Roaring Moon set is that? Oh, bro. We're putting this thing really far into range here. If it attacks again, Palafin's just gonna sweep. That is insane. That Roaring Moon had no speed. We had enough speed to outspeed the Arcanine. That was it. You see an Aura Sphere come out again. This is fine. I'm gonna go for a preemptive Mystical Fire here instead of a Draining Kiss. We don't need to worry about the HP as much. Okay, that's fine. Hatterene can live that. Hatterene might knock it out here, actually. It's very close, very low, very low. I haven't even used Torn yet, which is kind of crazy. I'm gonna go for the Draining Kiss. Yeah, he's just gonna sack the Iron Valiant. That's fine. He's just gonna sack the Valiant. So it's just the Necrozma that's paralyzed. I think we just win now. I think we might just win. Because we can just Mystical Fire. Like, he's gonna have to use his Terra at some point. We've seen it. He's trying so hard to get a weakness policy boost or something. I'm just gonna go for a Draining Kiss. I don't see why I don't. That's fine. I'm just gonna go for another Draining Kiss. You go for a Calm Mind, okay. I do have close combat too on Palafin. Yeah, even Terra Water Necrozma, unless it's like 252, 252 with like a Bold Nature, Wave Crash is a 2-shot on it. So I'm gonna go into Treads here. He can Earth Power if he wants. That's perfectly fine for me. Just Calm Mind again. Okay. The thing is, though, Treads was doing a very good amount of damage before with Earthquake. I'm just gonna Earthquake again. I'm so happy I switched from Barraskewda to Treads. Treads did so much in this matchup. If we get if there's one paralysis, it's over, or one crit, it's over. Do you see the Earth Power come out, finally? I think I just go into Palafin here. I think I just go into Palafin, right? Palafin Wave Crash should always KO here. We're gonna pick up our first dub of the season with a rain team? This might very well be it. I just like going for a Wave Crash here. I didn't need my Terra Torn at all. Terra Water into Wave Crash. This should still KO. Even at max defense, max defenses. This should always KO. Yep. GG to Brendan. Very good prep. I was very much expecting Corviknight. Corviknight was going to put so much pressure on me. I love the Sunny Day Arcanine. Terra Water Necrozma was expected. Terra Dragon on Arcanine was also a very solid bring. I did have Ice Punch on Palafin for it, though, so it could still work out. But GG's. Very interesting Roaring Moon set. But real quick, before we continue, I do want to give a couple of shout-outs here. Freydador does mocks for me. Very great guy. Does a lot of prep help for me. And I just want to appreciate him for a second. And I also want to appreciate a nice little guy from PDL who helped me out with building this roster and building for this week too. Apu, our Terra Dreadnought Herald, who's very much a Rain Master, helped me build this team and help prep for this week. So I want to give a shout out to both of them. Great gentlemen, great people, great moderators of PDL as well. And I just wanted to shout them out real quick, and thank you for the help. GG's to Brendan. That was week 2 of IBL, guys. This was Skippy. I'm very happy with my performance in this matchup. Catch you guys next week for week 3. All right? Peace.